In The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith talks about the importance of specialization and repetition in building economies and in science, in building sciences. In today's world, what could be more specialized than computers and language programs that use machine learning and artificial intelligence? And also, what could be more repetitious than computers that conduct millions of calculations in a millisecond? Does anybody know what the human exposome is? So the promise of the human genome was that disease was going to get better. Unfortunately, only 10% of all disease is directly related to genetic factors. It turns out that 90% of diseases are related to environmental factors. The human exposome is the environmental equivalent of the human genome. It is a sum total of all of the exposures that we have in life. It is stress, as Dr. Creedon talked about. It is lifestyle. It is diet. But also it's environmental factors such as the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we consume. So all of that rolled together gives you the human exposome. In the movie Erin Brockovich, Julia Roberts portrayed a single mother of 3 who took on Pacific Gas and Electric. And she took them on because she found a cluster of individuals that had cancer. She spent months interviewing these families, reviewing medical histories, and going into depth about finding the connections between the hexavalent chromium that was in the groundwater around Hinckley, California, that came from the Pacific Gas and Electric plant. She spends months doing that. Well, how are we as clinical scientists or as investigators going to be able to look at and try to get the science behind the human exposome and the entire population of our country? There's only one way to do it, and that's by doing exactly what we were told years ago by Adam Smith, and that is finding specialization and finding repetition. And so we must utilize data informatics, we must utilize machine learning, we must utilize artificial intelligence and computational methodologies to allow our smart computers to connect the dots between the clinical sciences and the data sciences. Thank you so much for your time this evening.